Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv /the Xisuma, where we're going to log in and be in the Nether. And today I'm hoping that we can get the return to sender advancement. You'll see, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see that things are going on. I could do some ender pearls over here, really. Actually, I could just use my scaffolding. Welcome everyone, it is a Tuesday. I've made my snapshot video, I've fed myself. Peas, carrots, chips, and fish. Fish and chips plus veg. That's what I had to eat. I feel very satiated and happy. And lots of peeps tuning in saying hello, welcome everyone. Today's snapshot was pretty cool for a small one, some alright changes. Not sure about those baby mob heads though. The new textures there look a bit you know. We got a noise in the ear. It's T Muffy here for 4 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate using the Prime. We also had Floyd KA in between streams. Actually like 20 minutes ago, so probably here after the snapshot video. Thank you for subscribing. Hey, you're there in chat. There we go. You were just watching Sunday's stream replay. How convenient. Thank you for subbing. Much appreciated. Let's go play some blocks. Very British. Fish and chips is very British. Do you know what else is very British? A hot cup of tea. Do you know what's sitting in front of me right now? A computer screen, obviously, yeah. Keyboard and mouse, okay. You know, yeah. There's some monitors here as well. Although they're turned off because I'm streaming. Microphone, yes. Headset, yeah. There's something else though, something very British. Very British. It's got steam coming off of it. A good old cuppa, yeah, good old cuppa. That's what I got. A good old cuppa. A good old cuppa. It's not Friday. You can't have fish and chips on a different day. Outrageous. I don't think I've heard that before. There isn't no day of the week that's designated for fish and chips. Also got a cup of tea, even in the perfect drinking temperature. Nice. Nice. I ordered a new kettle. My mate turned me on to like digital kettles that can just boil to a certain temperature. I think someone in chat got me looking at a different type of kettle. Was it Becca? Talking about like a kettle. I don't know. It was a different thing from a kettle. It was like the kind of thing you get at like a conference. There'd be some sort of like water container with the heat perfect for just instantly making a drink. This is actually just a kettle, but it's got like you can boil it to different temperatures, which just made me wonder, like, boiling kills off what's in the water supposedly, right? If it's gonna heat it up to like 70 degrees instead of boiling, does it go to boiling first and then let you know when it hits 70? Or I guess I'll find out when I get it, but it's something you have to keep in mind. If you go up to like 70, you're not actually boiling it first and killing off whatever's in the water. This doesn't really apply to very many circumstances, I guess, but just something to note. Anyone have any tips for getting rid of hard water stains on the stainless steel bottom of a kettle? JMac, you use something. They're like little tablets. Descaling tablets, but that's for the inside. I don't know about the outside. But descaling tablets, you can use that stuff to clean out your kettle. I've done it on occasion. Okay, so when we get to the end here, basically just got to add a wall around the outside. Nothing too fancy. I think I know exactly what I'm going to do here then. Just like that. Probably need some more of this stuff. I'm not going to run out, am I? I might actually run out. I might run out of blackstone. I thought I got plenty. It looks like I might run a little low. I could probably make it work if I use slabs. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use like slabs across the middle here. That'll make it work. That'll mean we'll have enough. Is it the Krusty Krab? Isn't the Krusty Krab Simpsons? Do I use a glass kettle? I don't. Right, what am I hitting my head into here? That thing. We'll stick with the layout that's here. That's not the correct thing. Okay. And then a few of these things. We've got a noise in the ear. I've got I'll never be able to stop saying that. It'd be better if I found a way to fix it so it'd be true again. Siberian Wolf, thank you for gifting a sub to Crystal Wolf. Very much appreciated. Sadly, no animations, as you may know. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put slabs across all of these blocks. And that'll make it work. Fast Gambit, you've come from the snapshot video. Well, welcome. I am streaming like I said I would be. I think we might be able to hit a bit of a groove here. With like Tuesdays being a regular day after a snapshot. But then when really big snapshots drop, which to be fair, doesn't seem to be the way they do it anymore. Because they like to like pace the updates. They're doing smaller ones with drops and they like to pace it. Bear, if you want to pin that message, it's always a good idea if anyone wants to gift subs. I mean, we've had people gifting subs without the discount, but if it's there, they can ask for it. Is that a schedule or a Schrodule? Is that a Schrodinger's cat joke? I love that. Schrodinger's calendar. Oh man, that's some good tea right there. Still a little on the hot side. We've got ExpelledWinter resubscribing for 16 months. Thank you, my dude. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time. That's what we aim for when we do these streams, just to have a good time. Keep it simple, keep it chill. You know, the real deal. Trying to make it rhyme. Can we have the name thing with joke? The name thing with joke. Say what? I am so happy you're streaming tonight. I hit the gym last night and today is so achy. I'm so new to this and hope it gets easier to deal with, says Northern Rose. Awesome, awesome. Love to hear you hitting the gym. Little bit of advice from X. What you want is consistency over time. If the achy stuff gets too much for you and it demotivates you from going, pull back a little bit. Like try and find that balance that's sustainable over time. I got no idea like what your experience of it is with the gym and if you're getting back into it and you've done it loads before or whatever, but the key with the gym is always consistency over time. It's a lifestyle. It's not a temporary thing. So like you want to be able to maintain it over time, and that involves finding the right balance. So yeah, if you can tolerate it and keep going and you're motivated, great. If it gets a little much, you can always step back a little bit. As for being achy, when you're new to it, you're going to find that a lot more. You get all that soreness, right? Once you get in the groove though, and you've been doing it a long time, that soreness, for some people, it goes away. I'm one of them. I don't really get soreness. For other people, they get it a lot. I tend to get it if I've had like a week-long break, my first workout, so I'll get the soreness, but then that'll be it. Jody77, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for supporting, and hope you enjoyed today's stream. The gym is for life, not just for Christmas. Don't they say that about puppies? Isn't it like the gym is for life, not just for January? Alice is so cool, says Alice is so cool, says my co-workers keep telling me that I won't need the gym because they work me enough for it to count. Yeah, if you're lifting boxes and moving around a lot throughout the day, that's exercise too, you know, moving about is good. You did a little too much legs last week. Your legs were sore for like 4 days. Dang, dude. That's awesome. Legs are my favorite. Legs are my favorite. And I've taken a little bit of a break over the last week. I've skipped a couple of days of running. Haven't done my leg workouts just because I felt a little bit wobbly in one of my knees. And my rule now these days is just like, think long term. Like, don't push through, be smart. So, yeah, I'll get back into it. I think I could go again Thursday. That would be my next leg day. And then I can go for a run on Saturday. If I feel any kind of tweak between now and then in my knee, I won't do it. But if I don't, I think I'll go ahead. That's just playing it super safe, you know? Got to think long term about this stuff. You think upper body is the worst for you, says Lark? Yeah, everyone's different, but it seems to be common. People don't like doing legs, but they're kind of my favorite. You want to go would be good for rebuilding your back muscles from the surgery. Absolutely, yeah. But if you had surgery, like, make sure you're getting some proper guidance on what to do. How do I get the motivation to stay in the gym? Dude, it ain't about motivation. Screw that. It ain't about motivation at all. It's about being committed to what your goals are. Having that bigger picture in your head. So when you wake up and you're like, oh, not today. I want to be lazy and lay on my bum and eat cake. It's like, nope. I know what the bigger picture is. Can't be doing that. Got to stay in shape. Got to stay on track. Can I reach that far? I can. Looks like we might need some more crying obsidian. I won't have to go far to get more. We're right next to where I get it from. Qatar94, thank you so much for an Amazon Prime subscription. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for the support. Yeah, we're out of the crying. We're out of the crying. Also, isn't it the place I get Blackstone as well? I think I get both of them together. Maybe I took all of it. I think I took all of it. Oh, I took all my crying obsidian as well. Well, let's go check our base for supplies. Hello, Hoglin. You are bad news. Where are these things spawning? Look, this little guy's holding something. Oh, that arrow went right through it. Did you see that? This guy's been here a while and is holding an egg. Wonder where he got that from. After your back surgery, doctor told me most I can safely lift is 10 pounds. Been trying to convince my wife to let me get a forklift or tractor with front loader to help lift heavier things. Yeah, man, be careful with all of that. It's a big deal, the old back surgery. You've been on a wait list for physiotherapy for like a year now. Like, I know I should be exercising, but I have no idea what or how, says Pyropod. Hey man, just start with walking. Walking has got to be like a staple for anyone, really. If your lifestyle stops you from walking, and you have to go to the gym to get on a treadmill or something, like, that's a bit unfortunate, because for most people you can kind of weave it into your lifestyle, right? Yo, Qatar coming in with the gifted subs, my dude. Thank you for your generosity. There's a whole bunch of people here. Come back to the chat. Check if you got a gifted sub. Say thanks. I see some regular names here as well, like Jormungadar. getting a gifted sub. That's nice to see. Dude, if you want to give subs, please let them know in chat. Get the message to me because I can enable a discount for you. Twitch has like 2 of them left that I can enable. I know it's a bit late, but hey, maybe next time if you're feeling generous, just let us know and we can get that discount enabled. You fell off a ladder 50 feet this morning. Luckily, I was on the bottom step. Oh, I started reading that message. I felt like a bit of a sweat coming on, and then I got to the end of it, and I was like, oh, you devil. You started to love taking long walks. Your neighborhood is so pretty. Yeah, not everyone gets to live somewhere pretty, but like being outside is really good. We can always like look up and see the skies, right? And hopefully wherever you are, there's a bit of greenery as well. If you can get near that, it feels good to go near Mother Nature. Powerboss asked, well, my dude, let me go enable it. If I can. I think I remember where it was. This one. This one. Then that one. Hey, I actually went straight to it. Wait, what? Oh, that's really weird. It looks like I've been kicked out of it or something, but I haven't. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. We'll have one left after that. Until 2027. Oh my god, I just realized that's not over a year away, right? Like, I was about to say, oh, it's over a year away, and it's like, oh, actually, no, it's not. It's a little bit closer than that. Mary4A3, thank you so much for 4 months with the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. We are really scraping the barrel on our resources here. I got to do more bartering. Ow! AFK. And there is Powerboss. Thank you so much for your generosity, my dude. Peeps, come back to the chat and give it a little check and say thank you if you got one. And yeah, thank you so much, Powerboss, for your continued support, my dude. This year's going so fast already, it's ridiculous, says Northern Rosie. It's a little bit on the fast side. It's a little bit on the fast side. Hey, do you know what? I am getting older, and I am fine with it. This whole thing about time racing, and often it gets talked about with like this undercurrent of, I don't know, sadness or something negative. I don't feel that way at all anymore. I kind of feel like, you know, I'm always about like thinking forward. Like, what's next? What's the next thing? What's tomorrow got? What's the day after? Like, plan ahead. Make plans and look forward to them. And yeah, I'm just always like looking forward to the next thing, I guess. I don't mind getting older. I think you know yourself more as you get older. You get more comfortable with yourself. You don't like the idea of owning a treadmill? Like, why would you decide to walk inside? I have a treadmill. I use it every single day. Sometimes it rains outside. Sometimes the weather's cold and miserable. And I still go for walks outside, even when the weather's unfavorable. But there's just like chunks of time where it's more convenient to stay inside. I also run on it as well. It's not just for walking. So, so like after you eat a meal, I always go for like 10 minutes of walking. Sometimes that's outside around the block. If I can't do that, I'll hop on the treadmill, you know? The weather is never cold and miserable in England. What are you on about? Someone doesn't live over here, clearly. Yo, Siberian Wolf, my dude. Thank you for joining in with the generosity. More gifted subs coming your way, people. Oh, and not Tilleen. Thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Yeah, come back to chat and check again. See if you got gifted a sub, which reminds me. It reminds me, people. If you do get a subscription, you can join the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. Just ask in chat. I'm sure peeps will point you in the right direction. Oh, no. I just realized something. I think I'm standing roughly in the middle. Because my brain is now being annoying. And it wants to do something, but I have to be in the very middle. Is that the very middle? I could tell if it was by counting the gaps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you got that one. So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is. It looked like it. It felt like it. We double checked it. I think we're good. I said 6, 7. I did. I was doing counting, wasn't I? Oh, where do all my ladders go? Well, if I'm lacking ladders, then I guess we do this. Get some loggage. I need to go get more mangrove. I'm up to 30 stacks. 30 stacks. Can you believe it? Make some ladders. Cool, cool, cool. Put the rest in there. Staying organized, people. Staying organized. Chat's very Gen Z today, says Natalie. How do you suss that one out? I've been reading my chat, and the idea of them being Gen Z hasn't particularly crossed my mind personally. Roscoe the Cho, thank you so much for 23 months. We've got Everstaroo here for 55. A birthday stream just for me. How kind. How did you know I was streaming just for your birthday, my dude? How did you figure it out? I said, today's Everstaroo's birthday. I don't know why I know this information, but I do. And I'm going to stream just for them. Happy birthday, my dude. Happy birthday. Heart Gamer says I'm not Gen Z. Norman Rose says big up millennials. Oh, that's my generation right there. We don't give a fudge, and we won't ever give a fudge until you give a fudge about me. I was going to make a joke about having a cake, like a fudge cake, but that seemed a bit weird. Fudge isn't exactly like cake flavor, is it? Fudge is like a sweet. Now, in theory, this should work from this point onwards. Might be an issue of like... Oh, do you know what? It might be an issue of mob caps and stuff, but I've checked all of this stuff in creative, right? Let's do ourselves a little bit of a favor here. Let's go enable that. Press this button, press that button. Let's go add this. Call it return to sender. And then just like enable it. See, that suggests that I have indeed put it at the correct spot. And then when we go down here, yep, it avoids everything. But nothing spawned yet. You know, the roof of the Nether is the kind of place where people put like technical contraptions like this. I don't know if something like that would mess with the mob cap. Not that specifically, but it's all based on player proximity anyway, so we should be good. And when I did this in creative, I saw something spawn straight away. Why did I have to sing my generation? That's another 2 days of it on repeat now. A good 2 days then, right? Yeah, every now and then you get different songs stuck in your head, and I had one stuck in my head recently. Oh, it's the Pokemon theme song, that was it. Because I've been playing it on the piano, and like it's got a nice bunch of chord combinations. And because it's a song people know, I thought, learn that one and I might show someone at some point. And then I started trying to sing it at the same time. So now I can play and sing the Pokemon theme song. And then I was out the other day and it was just in my head all day, and it's starting to get a bit annoying. Helvetti says, I've had the riff from Demigod stuck in my head from your cover. Is that the riff at the end? That's a beautiful riff right there. Right, I don't want this stream to be me standing up here and nothing happening. But if that's just how it is right now, I might have to wait until the morning to get something going down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was only supposed to be. Oh, there you go. There you go. Let's do it quick. Also press that button. It was over on this side on the left. Here we go. We kind of want to make sure that we get like the right little bit here, and then aim high. Ah. Oh, you know what? Server lag. Oh. Oh, you cruel mistress. Can't I, like... Shouldn't I be able to shimmy up into that space, in theory? Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait. Maybe use the bow. Ha! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, server latency is gonna make this a complete and utter joke, isn't it? There's no record. I mean, there's a ghast here, but there's no record. I knew server latency would be a thing, so I made the distance between me, the box, and the platform like a little bit bigger, but that is just, ugh. What can I do about that? Maybe when I'm not streaming, the connection might be a little better. Hearing the Limpist of Biscuits remind you, are you coming to Download Festival this year, my dude? Yeah, I'd love to go see Limp Bizkit again. Rest in peace, Sam Rivers. Last time I saw them at Reading Festival, right? That was like the 10th time or 11th time or 12th time that I'd seen them. I've lost count. As soon as it finished, I was like, I can't wait to see them again. I'll never get enough of that band. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be there. Okay, well, I'm not going to... Come on. Nah, maybe we won't do that. I guess I just got to keep spam clicking and hope this eventually works. Like, maybe there's actually something different going on here because it sort of feels a bit different. Let's break that block and replace it with that. Like, what if I'm a little bit higher up? It's just not working. Oh! Yeah! There we go! It works. It works. Gonna change that back, though. Thank you for the GGs. Nipper231, thank you so much. I guess I need an entrance over here as well, right? Like, I need a way in. Let's do that proper. I don't know what I just said. Nipper231, thank you for subscribing with the Prime. There we go. That was a proper thank you. I think I'll just make it so that there's like a gap here. And then we'll have another ladder go up. Right, also, I need a timestamp. That was 28 min in. Just making a note because, you know, editing and stuff. This is something that I do, that I try to convince other hermits to do, and I know some of them don't. And whatever their reasons are, I feel like this would just be so great for more hermits if they could do it. But once you get your recording set up, so when you're streaming, you're also recording like as if you were just recording and not streaming. Like you've got a video track that doesn't have your overlays, doesn't mix the music in, etc. Just moments of your streams you can just edit into your videos like it's a part of it, and I love that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, boy. That's why we do it. Check it out. Rocking out the sweet vinyl. Hello. Maybe thumbnail. Feel like I need a few more of those musical notes above my head. Did anyone see what Impulse did with my headphones? Thought it was really cool. One of the ideas that I have on my list, I got lists of ideas, I write down everything, is to use models as like particle animators, and I incorporated that into the headphones idea, right? But didn't really think about separating the two at the time. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe this is a great way to start to toy with that idea a little bit more. We create some like models that are just particle effects in some capacity. That's a thumbnail right there. It is. It is. I'm gonna go send it right now. Just gonna send it quickly and then come back. That's that done for later. Cool. Right, and then now we're checking again. So this is kind of slow though, this whole... I wonder if they can spawn in tripwire. Ooh, we got another one. See, I don't want just one record, I want multiple. If we could have like some sort of tripwire thing added, potentially make it just easier to head up and head down. I didn't really think about that until now. That's how a lot of stuff goes though. You start using it and then other ideas come to mind. So the trick for me here was to back away a little bit. But then I'm not sure my reach distance is good enough. And you got to aim upwards as well. You got to trust that aim upwards. No, it's not quite working, is it? Use my pick? For real? The reach of the thing is increased or something? I mean, it looks for a split second like it's heading back. Why can't I get into this space? Like, I don't get that. I've done it before. Let me in. Okay, we'll do this thing again. That way I can just walk straight in. Okay, time to start eating. It looks like client side I'm hitting it back. Okay, I have another idea now. But I'm going to just think for a second. Yeah, we're fine to click on that, yeah. Acknowledge. So I might not even need to do this whole thing on this connection. I don't know. This kind of sucks. It really does feel like it's a connection related thing at this point. Like, different connection might have better. Ooh, looks for a split second like it's gonna work, and then bang, explodes. Maybe a jump boost beacon. What would that do? I'm gonna try with the bow. Aha. Hey! Now, does that count? Because I guess I don't get the advancement, right? Oh, it totally counted. It totally counted, and I got a ghast head. What minute are we at there? 34. Okay, so now we might do stuff a little bit faster. And then I can fix this thing over here as well. Why is middle clicking? Oh, it's because I don't have any. So yeah, tripwire hooks, right? Like if they can spawn on tripwire, then we can create a redstone signal, and then it's like, what's the best way to send a signal up? Now, if you've got loads of rockets, you could use rockets. You come up here, something spawns, a rocket gets sent up, that kind of thing. you can't exactly see what's going on down there because of the fog. So you have to bring something up. Like, you can't just turn on a lamp, you know? And we got another one. We got another one. Okay, let's try it with the bow again. Oh, I was just thinking, like, as I'm holding down right click, it's like, wait a minute, you need to think this through a little bit more, you know? Got to get the timing and everything like ready, and no, rushed it. It's all about learning, people. It's all about learning. Close swear, says Brave Cat. I would never f***ing swear. Jeez. You gotta be kidding me. Close swear. Who do you think I am? I'm always partial to walled redstone. Yeah, it's doable. It'd be a little bit spammy, but like maybe worth doing. I don't know. What's this? What's the goal, says Harmony? The goal is to return to sender. You have a clip with over 4,000 views of me going, God damn it! It would. Says the man who swore at his first Hermitcraft season. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't miss those days. I used to really struggle to... Oh, look at this. Look at the XP orbs. I mean, aren't they like... That's a client-side thing when I go close to them, and then they return to where they are? Because, like, their server-side position. Do they return when I break the line of sight? Huh. Strange. Isn't it strange? We are manipulating. It's like we're doing the double slit experiment or something. now they're back in their normal position. You think I swore in a recent episode of Hermitcraft? Nah, probably not. But yeah, back in one of those, like episode 17 or something. Like, I used to record every segment of a video that you watch. I probably recorded that like 10 times. I used to just struggle getting my sentences out so much. X, are you comfortable elaborating on how you feel about releasing your music tabs? You mentioned you felt a bit off about it, and now I'm curious to hear why. I don't know, they're like the DNA of my music, you know? I think that's the way I feel about it, is like that's how I composed it, and I don't know, just something about... Like, if someone tabbed my songs themselves, I wouldn't be bothered by it, but something about releasing it myself, I don't know. I might change my mind, I might think on it a bit more at some point, right? Pain in the arse isn't really swearing in the UK, it's just a saying, isn't it? Speaking of old times, I got an old snapshot video of you in my recommended feed today. I'm really excited about these new redstone features. The most bored man alive. Hello YouTube, Xisuma here for another Minecraft update video. I'm really excited about these new redstone features. There's now a lamp that turns on and off. Just not excited in the slightest. Okay, here we go. This time, a little bit more care and thought goes into it, right? So we can let that hit me. And then I can be like... Right, I'm going to get the timing. Oh God, that was way too soon. And somehow an arrow ended up in front of me. Oh my God. I thought I had it. I did. I got the record disc. That's good. We got 3. How many do you want to go for? I feel like we could do some other stuff. I guess it's what you want, chat, today. It's all about you. It's your stream, you know? You know, what do you want, chat? Let's get a poll. Let's get a poll going. Stay here for a little bit longer or do something else. It's up to you. It really is. As long as the mods make a poll. And if they taint that poll with other strange questions, then what's a man supposed to do? Hypnotized raid! Hypno and all the hypnotized people. Check out what we're up to. What is the title of this stream? Can you figure it out? What is on my hotbar? What is this thing? You know, I'm starting to think. I made a bit of a mistake with how I built this. Oh my god, I kind of rushed into this, right? You see the sphere? The sphere. Where's the sphere gone? Is it because I'm broken out of free cam or something? What happened to the sphere? Oh, I know why it's gone. I know why it's gone. Don't worry about it. It's because we're not on the same server according to the game. Which reminds me I should probably switch back to the usual way of connecting. This doesn't need to be all the way down here. It actually kind of like could be closer to where the player is. It just has to be out of range of... Yeah. I don't know. Like, now I'm thinking this could be closer to the player and do the same thing. It could possibly be bigger as well. I might do that. I might like just be like, sod it. Let's lean into this idea more and make it even better. Did anything I say make any sense to someone? When you're in the middle of a thought and you're trying to like articulate it, but you're still figuring it out yourself, it can sound like utter gibberish. You could build multiple layers of it over time. Yeah. I'm thinking I could have just had these closer to where the player AFK'd, right? And at first I was thinking underneath, like, you could have it level with the player. I could be standing at the AFK spot looking out to the side and seeing where they could spawn. Verbal diarrhea, yeah. Everything you say sounds like gibberish, X. Don't sweat it. Thanks, Autumn. Thanks, my dude. Okay. Timing. That, I think, just killed it, didn't it? I felt like it was well timed, but maybe not. Yeah, that just killed it. Dang. What does chat want? Have we got a poll going? Is there a poll in my chat? I'm completely unintelligent right now. Maybe craft an unenchanted bow. Yeah, that's what someone smart would do, but I'm just kind of thinking like, YOLO. Plus, I only got one arrow. So we'll have to stay with the infinity. Yeah, most of you want to move on. I'm not surprised. We'll do one more ghast, and then we'll go. But yeah, I didn't really think this through properly. I kind of rushed into designing it a little bit. I could have also maybe done some stuff with like redstone, picking them up in minecarts. I don't know. There's one. I know how to store ghasts in minecarts now as well. Huh. Now my brain's coming up with like a redstone contraption. You get them in storage. You walk up to them. I mean, if I want to make a record farm with the tiers disc, like, I could do that. It's like when to let go. I think the moment you see it, like now. Yeah, that's it. So the moment it comes out. I think that missed. That's a shame. If you could then bring the ghast to you, you don't have to mess around with this stuff. This was like pretty low effort though for getting the disc. It's just a case of, do I want to actually make like a hard return to sender farm? Fast Gambit, that is, my god, the first sentence of that. My grandfather has been going downhill very quickly recently. I started to think about my own granddad's health, and maybe some words of wisdom I could relate to you. And then it's, we covered his back in lard, and now he goes even faster. Good lord. You cheeky devil. Siberian Wolf, thank you for gifting a sub to Starlit Wolf. There's a way to get a gifted sub here, I think. Just rename your account. I don't know if you can do that easily. Please don't do that. Yeah, thank you so much for gifting us up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Right, so I got to, at the end of my stream, I think, come back here and AFK a little bit more. Before I bail for a bath, I have a gym-related question. Do you have any recommendations on how to hit protein more efficiently? I'm struggling to hit my goals and could use all the advice from people, says Northern Rosie. Well, if you're doing your macros and you got your grams that you need to hit each day, you got to be, you know, scanning labels on food and stuff. But I think for the average person, just making sure you get like a solid portion of meat into one of your meals is pretty good, and some eggs. And then if you feel like you're short, you can just supplement with like a whey protein shake. But a portion of meat is usually around like 250 grams, like chicken breast or something. Getting one of those in a meal, and maybe a couple of eggs, you'll probably get, you know, a decent amount in that you need. You dislike beans is the issue, so it's hard to work around dislikes. So there's certain like sources of protein that you don't really count if your goal is like muscle building and stuff, because they have different quality of contents of the amino acids, and they have different digestibilities. And so things like beans are further down the list. They don't have complete proteins. They don't have all the amino acids. Top of the list is going to be like milk, eggs, lean meats, and then whey and casein. And then the further down you go, you find stuff like, I don't know, chickpeas, lentils, and then somewhere down the bottom is like peas. If ever you see like pea protein, it's pants. It's barely doing anything. On it, D, thank you for the prime. Addy Egg 107, thank you for 4 months. Very much appreciated. Welcome to a stream. Which macro is a Kit Kat bar? I'm gonna guess mostly fat and carbs. Like the chocolate, the cocoa's got fat in, and then the rest will be like sugary carbs. Right, Blackstone over here. Pretty much the rest of this I think I'm just gonna throw into storage down below for sorting. The record disc though, we'll go put these where they belong. You're trying to make protein goals, Greek yogurt and granola for breakfast. I would maybe skip the granola and go for oats. Granola tends to be quite sugary. Like it's one of those breakfasts that sounds good. If you make it yourself, it'll probably be all right. But a lot of store-bought granola is like actually highly processed and they've got a lot of sugar in it. Nuts are a decent source of protein. They just don't have a crazy amount. Chocolate is your favorite healthy food? Yeah, as long as it's like a dark chocolate or black. Wait, I don't actually. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell these because I've only got 2 at the moment. Oh, that reminds me. Things like Kvarg and Arla and those like protein yogurts, desserts. They can be pretty good. What's this one? 10. I think I'm going to put this one over here. Bam. Not a crazy amount more to go. I'm just going to have to choose to store these somewhere. It's surprisingly hard finding muesli or granola without sugar added. Homemade muesli, I'm not really sure how to do homemade granola, but I've had homemade muesli, and, you know, that's because it's homemade. Guess what? You know, you don't have to add in that sugar. It's your choice, so... Something like a homemade muesli definitely works. Not really sure with granola. Don't know as much about it. That is for another project that I've been working on. You fought Arla and Kavag with Minecraft discs. Nope. That's not what that is. Right, I think I need to get... Don't I need... Hang on, I should have checked. I need to get one more disc from the trial chambers, right? Where is that thing, actually? Am I upwards or downwards from here? I'm going up. Oh, it's the green disc. Yeah, I need to get one more from a trial chamber. I'll probably do that off camera. I like going to trial chambers off camera and just, like, tearing out some copper and wrecking some fools, you know? Next chicken jockey farm? I'm not going to do that. Wait, no, isn't that how... Oh, I've been meaning to look it up, and now you've reminded me. So the lava... I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to look it up. The lava disc, I was trying to scratch my head and remember. How'd you get that one again? I kept forgetting to look it up. There we go. Now that I'm looking it up. Music disc lava chicken. Obtaining mob loot. Yeah, so how would you make a chicken jockey farm? Apparently you get it when you kill it with a tamed wolf. Huh. A chicken jockey farm isn't too hard. A zombie spawner with chickens dangling in the spawning box. When you say dangling, are we talking about on leads or just like have them in the area? Feed golden nuggets to a chicken while it's in the nether with a piglin as a mount. I don't think that's a thing. Zed's made one. Yeah. I'm aware others might. I kind of want to know the mechanics and then figure out how to make one. You killed one in your world, didn't need a wolf. Yeah, but if you use a wolf, it could possibly be automatic. Use a zombie spawner and unless you mean occasionally just keep killing them until a chicken jockey comes through. Use leads. Let's put some more. Let's use more words in our messages. Let's give more information. How about that? You have to hatch a a chicken egg underneath a toad. Wait, no, that. What is this? You have to kill the jockey. Don't kill the chicken first. Thanks. That's weird because apparently. I guess maybe the wolf doesn't go after the chicken. The wolf has to kill the zombie. And that means the zombie would have to attack the player first, right? Huh. So maybe you can't automate it that way. You can filter chicken jockey from zombies because chickens float on water. Interesting. So like... So you make a farm, you push the mobs off, and then like you separate them or something. Baby zombies have a small chance of mounting on a nearby chicken. So if you lead chickens near a spawn, that's how you get the chicken jockeys. Do they have to be led? Right? Too many trolls, says Orion. Seems like it, doesn't it? They can troll, but like, you know, for those of you that actually want to help, we'll have a great little interaction. I'm not seeing much more about it on the wiki. I'm just having another little look. I guess maybe I need to look at like chicken jockey. There it is. There's an article on chicken jockey. So there's something about direct spawning, then there's something about mounting. 15% of naturally spawned baby zombies and baby drowned can mount other mobs when spawned. This includes baby zombies summoned by mob spawners and spawn eggs. Such a mob can be summoned with the As Baby Jockey spawn event. Oh. Oh wow, apparently cows can be mounted? It does say 15% of naturally spawned baby zombies and baby drowns can mount other mobs. And apparently a cow can be mounted. How did I not know this? I know there's a lot of information in the game. Usually it's like, I remember that's a thing, but I don't remember the details. I don't really recall this. It says that they can mount an adult zombie. That doesn't sound right. It's a Bedrock thing. Ah. This feature is exclusive to Bedrock Edition. Ah. So how does it work on Java then? Is mounting not a thing on Java? In Java, only chickens can be mounted. There doesn't seem to be a note, or maybe there is. There doesn't seem to be a note specifying that in the article, but I'm sure if I read more of it, I might find where that is. That's really lame, though. That it's like that. Well, something to look into. Something to look into. I'll make a note now. And maybe we can come up with something cool. We got a noise in the air. We got a few noises in the air. We got OG Coffee Beans coming in with the Prime and Sticky Icky Tembo with the Prime. Thank you so much. Perfect time to let you know that any type of subscription, Prime, Gifted, or regular, that's the other one, right? The regular one. Gets you access to the Let's Play Minecraft Together server, which we're going to go visit. We're doing it at the middle of the stream rather than at the end, because I'm going to do some building in a bit, possibly. And maybe get some like fresh inspiration would be a cool idea. So today, we're going to ExpelledWinter's main base, and the message that they left us is that they built some trees. That's literally all that I know. They built some trees. There they are. They're gorgeous looking. Oh, those are actually very nice trees. Oh, there's loads of them. And a big, beautiful build as well. So this is ExpelledWinter's area. This is a nice floor. Very mossy. Very azalea. I think we all know where the inspiration for this build comes from. Okay, let's find out if they've got some cool underground stuff going on. Hey, copper columns! Boop and beep, are they making out? They're getting intimate, that's for sure. Hey, this is nice down here. This is cozy. And then you go down again. And then we go down again? Dude, what happened to your head? I feel like I'm seeing an eye and a bit of a mouth. Sheep farm, classic. I like the vibe down here. It's like a man cave thing. All the little farms set up. Cactus farm right there. I like this. We all got to do that in this game. We all got to have our base, have all those little farms and bits. Very clean. Good stuff. Let's go up top and see what else is up there. Yeah, this is cool. Very much, I think, inspired by B-dubs. Maybe a touch of Scar here and there. This is how you learn, people. You learn by doing. And look at this gorgeous build. Very cool stuff. I'm going to fly out the window here. I never think to use scaffolding as a window frame. Like, that never crosses my mind when I work on window. Is that a custom mountain? Dude, that looks so good. This build's pretty awesome as well. Some big old fields around the back. Look at that custom mountain going on. Hiding a farm. Cute little mushroom thing going on there. This is really well put together. I look at this and I'm wondering if Axiom has anything to do with this, because I've seen Tango's incredible landscape, and like knowing that Axiom helped kind of lets you know, like that's the next level. And this feels next level to me. This feels like I've seen people build mountains a lot. I built one myself once. Like, this is really taking it to the next level. And they are absolutely changing the terrain around here. It's very cool. Let's check out the big build in the middle. We got IGN Osis coming in with the Prime. My dude, thank you for subscribing. If you're interested in joining the server, ask in chat. They'll point you in the right direction. We've got a lovely community here of peeps who will more than happily welcome new people to the community. Don't be intimidated as well. Sometimes I see people saying, oh, there's all these amazing builders on the server and stuff. It's like, yeah, just come and join and learn. There's diamonds to be found on the ground. That's giving me a bit of an idea now. If you left a trail of diamonds on Hermitcraft, someone would follow it, right? Someone would follow it. I am obviously, like, by the way, no builder, but I do have a little bit of feedback here. With these trees right here, it's really well highlighted, but I feel like the flatness of the floor is a bit much. You'd want, like, a bit more subtle height variation. And obviously, we got... Dang it, I'm in creative. I've got to be careful here. There's torches on the ground. It hasn't been shaped and stuff, but like bushes under the trees and leaves falling and all that detail goes a long way. I don't know why I'm saying that because clearly it hasn't been done yet, but the flatness is one thing I noticed there. I always like to try and give a little bit of feedback if I can. This looks like a mob farm. Mobs go up, they fall down, right? Yep, right in the corner there. Hoppers to collect them. And then another mob farm. Killing some creepers. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Can I can't shimmy through the wall. We don't have Axiom on the server. Oh, it's, yeah, snowmen in the middle to attract the creepers. And then this big box on the side doing something or other. Similar, possibly. Yeah, that's the Let's Play Minecraft Together server, people. This was ExpelledWinter's base. I hope you had a good time looking around. If you want to be a part of this community and you're subscribed, all subscribers get access, so just ask in the chat. Let's pop back onto Hermitcraft. I need to make a little note as well. Right, that's that done. All right, we got a raid coming in. We got Unwoven Rainbow gifting a sub to Autumn. Rainbow, thank you for all you do. Thanks for sorting us out with a tour as well. Autumn, enjoy the gifted sub. Autumn, have you heard there's this server called Let's Play Minecraft together? You could come and play on it, Autumn. Because you got a gifted sub, you could come and play on it, you know? Puppies, tummies, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. Autumn says, oh my god, I'm so excited. We made a return to sender farm today and got ourselves 3 Ghast Tears discs. And then I realized that I just built the farm kind of in a really dumb way. And it could be 10 times better. And now I'm wondering if I should build it 10 times better or not. Here's what I want to have a look at doing today. Putting a nether portal over here. Possibly engineering some redstone. And turning this into a shop. I can feel it already. Like when I decorated the inside of that shop, which you've seen in the recent episode, it was so much easier to do it off camera. Something about being on camera makes the creativity like a little trickier. In preparation of my next building, though, I've put this in line, and somewhere around here we want to connect up this space to the area down below. So I think we'll just start by like trying to connect a few bits here and see where it goes. It'll all make sense. We'll do some mild building over here and maybe move on to some proper building later. That is our plan for the next part of the stream. Autumn, a moderator of our chat, says, @mods, how do I get access? Last time you did that, an admin rank taken away from you on Discord. How long does the gifted subs work for? 33 days. 33 days. Stinks Music, thank you for 6 months. Obviously, that's like a little bit of an overlap. It just gives you a bit more than a month. So you can, if you got gifted a sub today, you can swing by and find out what the community's about. You don't have to commit to playing, but if you find you like it there, yeah, and I want to help. I want to help support the community and whatnot. Put a bit of a spotlight on it and a spotlight on your builds and get people over there because I like that we have an extended community. I used to be very involved in it a long time ago. I used to be really close to my community, but things change. The times they change, and it's not quite like it used to be. But I still very much like to see that the community is flourishing and whatnot. There's a fireworks show going on. Autumn is inviting people to come and see. So clearly here we can probably just about make a narrow little corridor between the two. All looks good. And then somewhere down here we have to connect. You see that there? Like that tunnel needs to come up to where we are. Feels like the best place to put it. Oh, here's another thing. Right, I am, yeah, look at that. Oh, spiders are spawning in there. Interesting. Oh, spiders are spawning up the top and falling down. That makes sense. I have so many projects planned for this area, and like, it's hard to plan it all and fit it all together, like, there's just so much big stuff that's going to take up space, and I don't know quite where it's going to fit in, and some of it's going to go in that direction, so if I can, avoiding using space in that direction is important too. So we'll try and connect this up somehow, but I thought it'd be a good idea to like dig through to that bit just to get a sense of how far away it is. Yo, spiders! Ah! To the death. Your death, not mine. The servers community is absolutely amazing. I love it. Absolutely wish everyone the best there, says the mossy moth. Love to hear it, my dude. Love to hear it. Yeah, awesome bunch of people. By the way, that'll probably get moved to up here. That makes so much more sense. Then I could possibly have like one here, one there. Then this thing will probably just go up round the corner eventually. You don't see the Discord in your Discord. You might need a little bit of help hooking things up. I'm not entirely sure how it all fits and works together, but yeah. So I don't think I'm primarily going to like connect access from here over to there. That's not really the goal of this place. But it will need to go up here to the back area. I'll need like a little maintenance spot to get here. Which one of these has bottles in? Okay. Okay, now I can make this work. Or can I? Fun fact, X's episode on Let's Play Minecraft Together Season 1 was on the 26th of Feb. Oh wow, so like 8 years ago almost to the day. Where am I right now? Well, I'm above where the Ghast creeper farm is. I'm looking at this because I kind of wanted to add a system where we automatically refill glass bottles. But that will probably then get in the way of that one, maybe. It's not particularly well set up for doing that. But this is going to be like a little access route to back there. So this will definitely be a part of the whole operation. So we're going to have some pillars here. That's going to go down to the bottom of the world. So if I just go down like this. Yeah, it'll ruin the terrain in that cave. That's fine. And then we kind of bypass anything and everything else. And then about here is where we'll connect to that tunnel there. Before we do, though, I think I'm going to build up the top area first. With some materials and whatnot. Maybe some bricks. Definitely some packed mud. Just watched the new vid. What are we doing, says Peppa Puppy. How do I have so little packed mud? We're currently working on connecting the creeper farm to this spot up here. And then when we're done with that, I'll try and do something a little bit more creative and adventurous. Which I generally have a habit of avoiding on stream. I seem to just do a fair bit better with the creativity stuff when I'm like in my own little zone. I've also noticed when I want to be creative, I put on music, and when I'm doing a grind, I put on a TV show. Is anyone else like that? It works for me, boy. Here we go. I knew I had a bunch of this stuff. Some of you are saying yes in chat. You do it as well? It makes sense. Like, it's hard to be creative while following like a story or listening to people talk, right? Whereas music is a like creative act, and it's the opposite for you. Interesting, interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought that. You put on audiobooks. Yeah, I don't know. Audiobooks I can understand feeling a little more passive in some way, but still, like, I think it's like the talking content and following that. Like, that like gets in the way of like a train of thought with being creative. Lucky Tiger Kitten, 93 months. 7 months till you will turn 100. That is absolute facts right there. Very much appreciate it. Might see you in the dungeon, might not. Don't know what's going on with the animations. Still haven't got a reply to my support ticket. So that's that. Not particularly happy about it, but it's one way to lose your customers, is to ignore support tickets. I kind of like this being a bit more open, actually. And then just having a little bit of wooden trim there. Bring back the stairs up here. It starts to just fit itself together, doesn't it? I can see what I'm going to do next already. In the mind's eye. Let's get some of those in. Yeah, this is kind of working. That is a bit of the famous outdoors. Famous? Mother Nature, I don't know what I'm trying to say. So this is gonna have like water in it. Just trying to picture that. You'll just look and see, and then we'll probably put a sign with like up and down on it. And I don't think I'm going to worry about this having like a block palette all the way down to the bottom. That's a bit overboard. So I feel like that will probably do it. Just go down by 2 blocks underneath. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, I want to be creative. Putting a podcast or a show puts me in the zone. But when I want to get grinding, music helps as I don't have to focus on any dialogues or anything. You see, doesn't like focusing on a dialogue take away from your own? Like, creativity to me is like a thought process. That's why it strikes me as odd. There's no right way about this stuff, right? I'm curious. That's counterintuitive to me. Music to me is very like second brainy. It's just there's always a space for processing music that just doesn't get in the way of anything else. Sometimes you need silence when being creative. I've had that as well on occasion. Mainly with Redstone, I think. Building not so much, but like Redstone every now and then it's just like I need peace and quiet to figure this one out. Running out of wood again. Is it just me, or do you also just don't think when being creative, just doing? Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, maybe, you know, our brains all work in different ways, don't they? I just kind of assumed that that would be the way it works for other people too. Let's do that. That's at the wrong height. Whoops. Down at this height will work much better, I think. Dang it, I keep placing blocks wrong today. I gotta say, it does feel like there's a little bit too much packed brick in here. There needs to be like some sort of contrast. Maybe regular bricks. What other stair blocks have we got that have that similar kind of vibe about them? Maybe granite. It just needs a little something different here and there, I think. So there's a nice bit of framing going on here. I feel like we'll probably put like a picture in the wall, maybe put a light source behind it. Ceiling feels a little bit low. I wonder if bricks make it feel a little bit bolder. Nah, I think I like the granite. Where did they go? Over here? And then we need a painting. It feels like I've jumbled some of these items up a little too much because, like, a painting feels like it would be good alongside item frames, you know? They might deserve a little bit of reordering or something. Right. Gonna turn some of those into them. Except, I reckon the middle one should be a light source. Pick your poison. We'll go with the one we got. Actually, I'll go with the least aesthetic one, glowstone. Very easily farmed, so... And now I'm in a hole. You really need a bit more, like, distance between where you walk and other spaces to frame a painting like that, you know? But, because I need to be stood back here to, like, appreciate it more, and then you're up there. But hey, small spaces... It's fine, it's fine. And I need to be using this more. Gosh, do I need to be using that more? Right, I reckon something like muddy mangrove roots for the ceiling. Placed in a variety of different directions. Kind of looks all right. Not sure what I'm doing with this bit of space yet. Just that, maybe? Yeah, I reckon we need more granite in here. Let's try some more granite. Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to change this all to granite. Now the thing is, we come up to this height. And then we're going to be walking around this level. And at some point we'll go in that direction. For now though, I think that'll do just fine. We don't really need to build too much more of it. It's not exactly perfectly balanced and stuff, but that's the job. Right, now we get to do the whole adding the water stream thing. So we can go up and down to the farm, nice and easy. I am a writer, so maybe that's why. Creative aspect for me is designing the image and other visuals that go with my content, while grinding is like an actual writing process. At times I put on your guitar videos in the background while writing. It really helps me concentrate on the tasks, is my only feral human. Yeah, I'd imagine writing, like, you wouldn't want to hear other people talking. You'd want something like music, which sometimes has singing in it, but can be a little different. Mega Phoenix, thanks so much for the tip. Very much appreciated, my dude. Hi X, I just found out Hermitcraft released a TCG add-on. It's so cool and I love it so much. Any updates coming soon, do you know? Not for right now. I'm aware that there isn't much going on, but in the future we might come back to it. It's headed by Vintage Beef, and if you haven't been following what Beef's up to, he's moving... Actually, I'm not... Oh, he's talked about this publicly, right? I'm pretty sure he's talked about moving publicly. Maybe I should hold my tongue a bit. Well, Burt Potato, yeah, I thought he'd said as much, but I'll refrain from saying anything I'm not sure is public or not. But he's moving across the world, and that is, you know, a big deal, taking up a lot of his time. So the add-on stuff has kind of just had to sit on the sideline for a little bit, you know. But the plan was to create an add-on that grows with time and receives updates and gets better. And I'm sure at some point we'll be getting back to that. And he's had a baby as well. Yeah, that's another point. Moving country with a baby. Big stuff. Big, hectic stuff. Right, so we're gonna dig down now. And then when we get to the bottom, we're gonna want to place, you know, our two... We don't need to do it straight away. We kind of need to do kelp first, and we're going down more than 57 blocks. So I'll go grab some more kelp. Then we'll need some water. I think I'll get that from the base as well. So kelp and water next on the list. I should totally make a copper golem shrine. I could do, but I've kind of moved on from the copper golem stuff. That ghast had got itself stuck, and it just hung out on the ground for a long time, looking slightly confused. And then somehow it got itself unstuck. It was almost like it had been leashed to a fence or something. I kind of liked it when, you know, the happy ghasts are a bit annoying when they just sit around and wander about and make a lot of sound. Where do I keep aquatic blocks? I'm not sure that I made an aquatic category. I don't see kelp there, though. Wait a minute. What about this? That is not a kelp category. Wonder where kelp ended up then. Definitely isn't there. Maybe it's here? Yeah, it's there. I could move that into a different category, possibly. Is that all the kelp that I've got? Dude, I'm going to have to fly to an ocean and get some more kelp. I can bone meal the kelp. That is true. That is true. Good point. Good point. Peeps, I was going to go press a button for the animation of the desk, but that don't do anything anymore, sadly. Peeps, if you're enjoying the stream today, be sure to hit the follow button. Get notified of when I go live on Twitch. Next one will be on Thursday evening. Yeah. Also, hands up in chat if you came from the snapshot video. It feels like that's a good thing, and we'll probably keep doing it. Anyway, while we do some digging and grinding, I also want to see some topic suggestions. So, chat, I need you to fill up with your hands if you come from the snapshot video. And then I need some suggestions for what we're going to chat about. Oh, we could fly this way and see more decked out mountains getting built. No one in my country does Snapshot Showcase. I'm thinking of doing that similar to you. Dude, do it in your native language. There's always a niche for that. I've noticed that a lot in content, is that if there isn't someone doing something in your native language, there's probably a market for it. I'd say just go for it. Give it a try. What's the worst can happen? If you enjoy doing it, you haven't wasted your time. I enjoy making snapshot videos. I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. Looks like we're getting real close to the top of all of this now. It's remarkable what Tango's built. Happy Pancake, thank you so much for 4 months, my dude. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Is there any kind of like... as I flew over the kelp, it almost looked like they're in like little square grids or something, and I was like, are they aligned to the chunk? Maybe. I'm just seeing things, really. I think we might need a bit more than this. Is it tea time yet? And yes, I saw the snapshot. You started to watch the snapshot video when you went live. Does that count? Not quite. Not quite the same thing. You really enjoy the snapshot videos? They're how you get your information. Awesome. Awesome. That's cool. Wow, the terrain over here is wild. And then there's some really crazy shapes here. Wow, this place is so cool. We're going to spend loads of time at it later on in the season playing games. Shaymax says, I can never not compliment the mountain when I see it. It's so good, it is. Do you have a hunch Mojang will announce something huge at March's Minecraft Live? Not huge. I imagine they will do something pretty predictable, which is like announce the next drop. I have not got my hopes held up high for any like secret end update type thing. That feels very like a very community driven pressure. Plushies. Yeah, there will probably be an announcement about plushies. Anyway, any other suggestions? Throw them in chat. What would you want if an end update was to happen? Not much really. Like, I'm sure whatever they do will be alright. Like, the things I want to put in Minecraft, or I would do with it, are just, they just do not feel like they're Mojang's vibe. So, I guess I don't have that much excitement for it all, you know? I like that we still get drops and updates, and I'm always going to be interested in what they're doing. Oh, this feels a bit ugly doing this in the dark, but we'll just rock and roll with it. Surprise inventory update. No hope whatsoever for that. Do I feel that there is a disconnect between Mojang and the current player base? I don't know if disconnect would be the word to use. I feel like it's become very corporate and it's about the bottom line, and so if what they're doing is increasing their bottom line, they'll keep doing it. I also feel like the community has been like memeing on Mojang for a long time. Like, yeah, it doesn't really matter what they do, they'll find a way to make a joke about it, but at the same time I think that expresses some unexpressed feelings about the game's direction and stuff. So yeah, there probably is a disconnect if that's the... Oh wow, look at that. The nature of the relationship between the two, right? So I need to go about one more block. Well, wait, I'm facing the right way. We're going to put one more block here. And we're going to try and look up and dig. I got it right? Kinda. I'm digging somewhere and I can't see a thing. Why can't I, like, move forward here? Oh, there we go. Oh, now I can kind of see a little bit. Right. There it is. So that would be one of them. No point in digging upwards, really. We've got to fly out of here and go back to the beginning. Blue Raven 768. Thank you for 37 months. Much appreciated. Has it been another month already? Apparently it has. I just realized, actually, that it probably would be helpful to figure out where the next one is. Okay, so it is 1, 2. It's going to be there. So yeah, I'll just land on that block and we'll be done. Okay. What do I think about the idea of wax allowing you to wax redstone components for underwater use? I kind of like it and don't like it. What I like is that using redstone underwater could be fun. What I don't like is that wax is like a set of extra blocks you have to carry on you, you know? And then you're very fiddly with your inventory. You're like placing blocks and then switching them around. And like, how would that work? Because wax works by interacting with an unwaxed block. So is your redstone underwater? Do you have to place your redstone, wax it, then put the water down? I mean, underwater redstone, however you do it, would be kind of cool, but yeah. They can go in your bundle. Yeah, so then that's the point, isn't it? It's like now I'm using this thing to interact with that thing to, like, the game, in my opinion, needs less of that. It needs less of like constantly fiddling around with the inventory, right? And it needs more you just building stuff and having a good time. So like, yeah, you could keep honeycomb in your bundle, but like, you're inventory managing again. You're in the UI, you're dragging blocks around. Now you gotta bring them out to the world and click on this thing to make that thing happen, and it just all gets a bit fiddly. You don't know how they could fix it, says Park Niche. I've got plenty of ideas. There's plenty of ideas out there on how they could fix the inventory issue. The point, I think, is that they're kind of committed to not doing anything about it. Whoa, redstone. You can wax blocks in crafting. Yeah, so now again, you're in your inventory. You got to get your honeycomb. You got to get your redstone. Now you got another item that's in there as well. Like, this all contributes to the game's problems. Right? They're not solutions, they're the problem. The problem is, you know, they've done it this way, and now managing your inventory and stuff is awkward. So many blocks and things you got to do, and you're fiddling around a lot. What should we do about this bit? Ooh, lava. That'll produce plenty of light. I might just block this bit off. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I did sneeze. Blooming says, I mean, it's cool to make things easy, as can be, but challenging to do something. Do you mean it's like easier said than done? That's fair. Easier said than done, always fair. But I'm not in favor of saying, like, the inventory should be difficult. It's part of the game. I mean, inventory management in this game, you're talking 2012. Yeah, it was a big thing. Crafting and having that new type of gameplay was really interesting. It just isn't anymore, in my opinion. It's like the times have changed and people move on and stuff. And the game should evolve. Right, all of that's gone in there. Now we've got to place water from the top, kelp at the bottom. Since I have these blocks, I'm going to do it this way. Because then that's just done, isn't it? That's just done. You recently started doing bigger projects like people like you do, and it was a huge shock that I went mining for more 10 times for redstone for this project. You guys are high level I want to reach, is Haxelix. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember we're full-time content creators, so we can really put in hours that other people don't have access to. Not only that, am I going to survive this? Yeah, I am, because I got the enchantment on my helmet. Well, hopefully I'll survive it. Another thing is, like, also, it depends on where you're at with this game and how long you've been playing it. You learn how to play smart and how to organize what farms you're going to build stuff, like, first. Sometimes I think we just forget that we've been playing for this long and that you can be at that level with the game. You know, if I go into a world and start thinking about projects, then my mind's laying out all the different steps to get there, and some players are newer and don't have access to that, so I'm not surprised to hear it, you know, like it makes a lot of sense. Mod packs introducing backpacks and compressed items really made me swap out vanilla just for that. Yeah, yeah. You know, they've offered solutions, you're adopting them. You wish you had dynamic torch offhand lighting with no mod. That'd be nice. Convenient for sure. Smartin 1018 is here for 117 months. You want to see a transportation update where they buff the rail transport heavily. Also jukeboxes on boats and minecarts. Note blocks could receive a buff. There's quite a lot of stuff in the game that I think is like an easy win where they could make a change, and yeah, players would like it. Definitely lots of opportunities in this game. You don't think we should change a 12-year-old game, says Mini Catalyst. I mean, if that's the attitude, we shouldn't change it. And this game is like, you know, 15, 16 years old now or whatever. It's like, okay, but then players will move on and they will find something new. I think Minecraft has had a kind of like an invisible luck where the fact that no other competitor really emerged alongside this game is kind of crazy. It really is kind of crazy, because it created a genre, but like it's almost like the only game, maybe Terraria, is in that genre, and all the other ones just feel like very small. No, I don't want to say knockoff, because that's just like not a nice way to put it, but they kind of really like sit in the shadow, and no games come along and really challenged Minecraft's position. But Minecraft has these big issues with it that it just feels like somehow it's like resting on its laurels for this long. I think Hytale has a good chance of being a game that comes along and gives Mojang a kick up the butt, and you know, does it better, and players move over to it and have a better experience doing the Minecraft thing, you know. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. I must say, the fact that you announced a stream X hours after an episode is genius. I would never bother to check if you didn't mention it, says Friendly Satan. Thanks for letting me know. It does seem like a good idea. I've noticed we have more peeps tune in, and that's always nice. So it just feels like we make a little bit more of it if I have a way to let you know when I'm streaming. You can play any version of the game at any time, which is really fun and neat, and makes a lot of the complaints about how the game has changed so much seem kind of mute, says Funfin. I'm not sure I agree, because like I don't think people look at the game that way, especially if you want to play online with other people. You have to play with the version they're playing. I mean, Mojang might have statistics on this, but how many people are playing 1.0 or 1.1, right? I bet you'll find that there will be a few of those people, but it will mostly be people playing on the latest versions or the latest ones that the modding community settled on. Like, there's certain mod packs and like modding communities that are still on like old versions of Minecraft, you know. And people always want to update and have new stuff, and it's part of the excitement of Minecraft. It may just seem normal to get snapshots and drops, but back when Minecraft started doing that, that was not normal for games, right? That was not normal for games at all. To like openly be developed through incremental snapshots and stuff. Another thing that Minecraft did that was very unique. False, thank you for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. We're doing grindy bits and bobs over here. Welcome on in, everyone. Hey False, I see you in chat. How's your stream? I made loads and loads of mud. I've made so many chests of mud. But this time it was for Pearl. If there's any left, it's for you as well. I'm happy if you want to drop off dirt. I can just AFK at various points and make mud. But today, Pearl needed like 15,000 mud or something. So I did like 8 shulker boxes and then she put some more in. If you got any dirt, just chuck it into the farm and I'll happily convert. You're out of dirt, sadly. But you're good on mud blocks. Okay, just dirt now. Well, Grian had a load in these chests at his little island. I'll show you where they are. I ransacked most of it. He said I could have at it, so there's more over there. And maybe ask him if he's got any other in storage, because I think I've ransacked Cub and XB, and Wells is out, and Scar's out. Like, there's a few other hermits that I've asked, and there's not a lot of dirt left, it seems like, between us all, somehow. Woo! Right, that's my way of getting to the creeper farm. Yay! Done. That's been on the list for too long. The islands that was over there, that's the one. The islands, that was over here. There are, you can't see them, but there are chests there, I assure you. There they are. Bam. Yeah, those chests, they got dirt in. Xisuma the dirt thief, thanks. Thanks. Remember the experimental combat update? Snapshots? Yeah, that stuff's so weird. They're like, that never went anywhere. It's just... classic Mojang. Oh wow, we're full up here. That's a problem, because the golem might not be delivering the other stuff at that point. I don't mind it backing up if we've got like a crazy supply. But before we get that crazy supply, we don't want that happening. First stream, love Hermitcraft and my channel. Thanks so much, dude. Welcome to the live stream. This is where we just chill and hang and have a good time. Bottles. These need to go back over there. So one thing I can do is filter them in using hoppers, chain of hoppers, right? Then you have to stockpile a load of glass, but we can get that from the witch farm. I need to basically AFK every day somewhere. So today it is AFK at the bartering farm, and then don't need gold from it yet, and then AFK at the witch farm. So on my notes, I'm just making notes that like next couple of days I need to do that, and I always get it wrong. I always get it wrong. I always forget. I always like the next day I'm like, oh, I needed that. Where is it? Yeah, so in terms of creating a shop here, I think it makes sense to go down to avoid any redstone above us. Then our portal will be over there on that side. If we go down, we can really kind of like utilize this space here. See how like there's the side of the build? Like that wall doesn't have to be a shed if we're dropping down into this space. And I could even start that drop immediately, or maybe have it so the stairs start straight away. Let's see if we like the look of that or not. Yo, still silly. I don't know if that's the right way to say it at all. Still seal? I don't know. Silly is how it came out. That feels wrong. Thank you for your 2 months, my dude. Appreciate it. I hope you don't mind the butchering of the name. Look at it. Filthy little podzol. Sneaking on in. What if, like... I can feel it already. This is not going to feel right for it to go straight down from there. It needs to go up, then down. No! There's a cave. Let's hop out of there. So now we need the chest monster. See, I don't know about all of y'all, but when we talk about inventory stuff, it's this constant fiddliness of like doing all this all the time. It just feels so burdensome after doing it for so many years. That's where I feel like the game needs to evolve and streamline the whole creativity process. Yeah, that feels kind of right to go straight down like that. And I think I'm going to go one more. Might be a bit much, but we can make it feel okay. So yeah, that's how we're going to handle that. We're going to come down and below. And then that means all this other stuff that we've built is kind of out of the way and gives us a bit more creative freedom with our blocks. Then as for contraptioning up here, now I want to get both honeycomb and honeycomb blocks into storage, as well as honey bottles and honey blocks. And it's always tricky to figure out how to do this stuff. How do I collect large amounts of dirt? You do TNT. The problem with TNT is that you need a gunpowder farm. You need to go and physically mine sand. It's so slow. I never buy into it because you do all this prep. You know, you literally use the shovel to get sand. You could just direct be getting dirt. So I wouldn't do it with TNT, no. Anyway, let's try to stay a little on topic here. So we're obviously going to use like hoppers to move those items. And then split them up. Sounds obvious. I'm just wondering, can I make a contraption that like on-offs 2 hoppers to send them to 2 different locations, right? And then use that twice. These would both actually work the same way, so we're going to need a lot of space here, I think. And there's gravel in the way. So, like, imagine it like that one's off, then this one's off because it's locked. Like, alternating. Then whatever comes in just flows between the 2. Now, if we put it below a double chest, then it flows... If one backs up, it doesn't matter, and then it just flows into the other one on the opposite side, so that works. Then, do you know, I think that works, but is there a better way to do it? I'm not sure. Now, in terms of space, we kind of want to come across this way as far as we can. So... I can do one like that, and then another one like this, come in around the back of it. That would then probably make this layer here like the ceiling. But if we're going to go down, we can probably put some redstone stuff around here. Send it, the bottles, to a crafter and dispenser. If it overflows the dispenser, send a redstone pulse. I'm not sure I need to do that. Because, I don't know, I feel like the idea that I've got actually works. The bigger problem is probably getting the dimensions for the area down below correct, but with how I've done building lately, winging it a bit more, I'm actually pretty confident that the space down below isn't going to be too much of a bother. I think we need to focus on building a prototype that lets us visualize how much space each one uses, and then we get to decide what we're going to do. So crafter, we got that. So like, this thing could come over here. Now it's in a double chest. That's where we want 2 hoppers below it. Then we need a redstone contraption that alternates power between the 2 of them. Last time I did this somewhere, I did this recently, and I wasn't really happy with how it turned out. But I've got a vision of something in my head. I'm not sure I can make it work, but visually, what we want to see is one hopper on, one hopper off, right? So you'd think some sort of clock back here, but if you do that, when power goes into the one side, it'll be flipped on the opposite, is the idea. I don't think it works that way, though. Can you see how there's like a bit of a delay? Did I just solve it? Ugh. That looks legit perfectly split. Oh, although I feel like maybe there's like a slight... No, now you can see it's not. If there's something there that's not quite, it's very subtle. Now, let's go ahead and put in half a stack of that. Oh, interesting. How does that drain? It split them up evenly. I didn't expect to see the numbers sort of flip like that. What if we do this? Let's put in that much. Now that's more how I thought we would see it behave, right? It could be that we can drain it faster if this clock runs faster. That should put exactly 20 in either side. It did, so that's good. It's a sign that we got the right idea. Let's now go for the shortest pulse we can give it and put in 32. So 16 on each side. We're not seeing... actually, we are. I think that's draining faster than it did before. So the numbers were sort of skipping up and down a little bit when I had it like that, I think. Let's do that one for 20 on each side. Oh, let's check the numbers. It's not skipping. What did I have it set to when it was... There you go. Now it's jumping around a little bit. I don't know if that's faster or not, but I don't think it being fast is really the priority here. I'm going to set them to 1 each. So that's that bit of the contraption. Okay. Now we go down below and we figure out what the next bit is here. So we've built the splitter. We're evenly splitting items that flow into here. There might be a little bit of bias if a small amount comes in at once. We're not going to worry about that. Over time, this thing is designed to back up. Okay. Now what we want to do... Well, one of them just goes straight into storage. The other one does crafting. So we're going to focus on that. This is going to come down to the level of the shop. So this like downwards nature of what I'm doing here probably makes sense. I think you can do this in a kind of like a lazy way here because honeycomb doesn't make anything else. I think the same is true of honey bottles. So you can spam that crafter with a redstone signal and it doesn't erroneously create the wrong thing. It's different for this. It's different for that because you get 2 items. Ah. That I had not thought of. So that's the real challenge now. No, it spits everything out. Okay. Okay then. Can't spit it into a hopper. So all we got to do is put a constantly pulsing clock next to that. We can do that with 2 observers. Or we could possibly try and borrow our already pulsing clock. Look at this. Look at this. Forget look at it getting powered. Forget having an individual clock. It's the same thing. That is so neat and compacted. I am very happy with that. Now you're going to want to put a barrel below it. Guess what? I've got to craft some more blocks. Oh boy, here we go again. Look at this messy inventory. Let's use some of this stuff because I've got a farm for it. Where am I going to put all these blocks, man? Like that. Right, now craft barrels. Right, so you put a barrel here and then a hopper below it. That way we don't suck out directly from that. Then you have this like annoying alignment thing where you've got how do I put it? Like unless you double up a hopper, they're going to end up out of sync with each other when they come down. I don't know quite what I'm trying to say. It's a silly little organizational thing. But what I can also do is maybe space them one block apart purely for aesthetic reasons, which means we have a barrel here and a barrel there. That would point into that, and then we can put hoppers pointing into chests, and those chests are storage that face the player at that point. This went so much better than I thought it would. Okay, so you can't put a chest directly there. I think we're going to need another layer of distance anyway, just to let us put a ceiling up here. Like, this will probably be high up from the player. They're going to look at this and it's above them. And then with the hopper there, we can stack multiple chests, so that's cool. And yeah, and the player's going to be down here. It might already be at like a pretty reasonable height to begin with. And then I think what I'll probably do is rotate this. So the redstone's in the back. And then we'll put two of them side by side. Have a whole bunch of chests at the bottom facing that way. And that could be the shop. If I wanted to, I could maybe put them side by side as well. Right, that was a right old monologue from me. Who understood it? Who followed along with the redstone? Feedback time. Give me your feedback. Redstone is so confusing to me, says Goldfresh Grandma. No. We don't allow that around here. We got to say, I don't understand redstone, but I'm willing to learn. Got to have that attitude. You will now get 4 times more honey bottles and honeycomb than honey blocks and honeycomb blocks. Yeah, there may be a bit of disproportion there. You've made me realize something, though. When we get the bottles out, I've missed a step. We actually have to filter the bottles somewhere else. Martek says, I like your explanation. I can follow it. Oh, I'm glad to hear. You don't know where to start. It's very intimidating. Brilliant question. Brilliant question. Well, there's a statement. Like, it's intimidating because you're watching people who like know it inside out a lot and just do stuff and gloss over the basics. And then, you know, I'm trying to do something complicated, like split items evenly out of a chest. And I'm using my knowledge base of redstone to assemble the pieces of that. And yeah, it's very easy for me just to skip over stuff that isn't inherently obvious. I would say, like, start with the basics. There's tutorials online, basics, like learn how to open and close doors with redstone, right? And a lever. That's very basic. Then learn how to make 2 levers work together in an AND gate, right? You got to find little challenges to start building up your knowledge base and putting bits of understanding together. At some point, you'll learn this little clock right here. This isn't like an intuitively obvious thing. It's just something that you learn at some point and it becomes really handy. You now know how to make a clock, and then you start using it with other things. Like when I decided to split these, there's a bunch of different ways I could have done it. I just chose this one. You're just slowly building up your knowledge base and throwing things together. Then with the crafter down here, for example, I've got the knowledge of how it works. You know I can continuously power it over and over again like we're doing right now. And it only creates something when it has the crafting recipe valid. So that's why I went and just put a piece of redstone dust here. There's already a clock creating power. We just direct it through the block into the crafter. So as for filtering out the glass, I guess if I turned that barrel into a double chest, then what's below it can be filters, right? Because now we can put 2 hoppers in again. So then you have 2 item impulse SV item filters. So I feel like that has to be on the far side over here, where we would have space to build the filter behind it. And then I think it all works, but I could have overlooked something quite easily here. So I estimate it's probably going to be I think I'm going to put them 2 wide in line with this part of the building. I think we're going to have a 2 wide one here and a 2 wide one block over from it. The base of which will be somewhere down here. And so then all that space above it and behind it can be dedicated to the redstone. I think that's going to work. Xisuma, honey block crafter would not work. It would create sugar. Oh, I didn't properly test, did I? Are you sure? Aha, you are correct. Okay. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I skipped that beat as well. So, actually, this needs to be even more complicated once again. We simply wouldn't use that. We would have a block there. And then we would put a filter on the back of that. I'm starting to lose track of the shape of this thing. It's possible. It's possible. It's definitely possible. What we would put on the back of it is a thing that creates a signal for it when it's full. Which is quite simple to do. It's just, how much space does it take up? And I don't think it takes up a crazy amount. Is there any more edge cases? Chat, you've been helping me find edge cases. Let me know if you spotted another one. And also, anything else you want to know about this contraption? Ask away. I really want to make the redstone bits like something that you learn from. Where it's like you can watch and then be like, oh, I understand. I learned something, you know. I think redstone's amazing. And I actually want to keep all of that area out there just the same. So I'm not going to mine too much further than that. For now. Unless I have to. Part of the reason that we want to separate the bottles as well is to send them back into the farm. So it's going to be one big, weird redstone contraption back here. Honeycomb / bottle mixing. Honeycomb and bottles will be kept separate from one another, so I don't know what you're asking. Just joined. What is the current project? Just doing some redstone. Just figuring it out, like how it's going to fit in this area. Figuring out all the edge cases and things that need to be considered. I think we've successfully done that. And we've got enough space back here to fit it all in as well, so I don't know what I was going to do in my time this evening. I always feel like I should do something productive or play guitar or whatever. I think I'll probably just do that again. But I kind of felt like having a hot chockey and watching a bit more of this Frankenstein movie. But like, I'm really resistant to doing that. I don't actually feel like I need a break from anything. I just fancy it, you know? And if you're like, why is this guy deliberating what he wants to do? It's because I'm a weirdo who feels like I gotta always be doing something that adds up to something bigger. I feel guilty if I self-indulge. Which is probably not very relatable, but it is what it is. Frankenstein film was good, says Axionym. Yeah, my friend recommended it to me. Like, Frankenstein is just so the kind of thing that, you know, hey, there's a new Frankenstein movie. I wouldn't even turn my head. I'll just, sounds like something I'm not into. But I started watching it and I was like, yeah, this has actually got like a much more not relatable, but like I can connect with this vibe a little bit, you know. Quite theatrical, but definitely visually interesting and stuff. X, what brings you joy? Playing guitar. But also, you know, sitting on my ass and watching a movie for a bit can be alright as well. I think I'm going to play guitar. I've already played piano today, so I can play guitar for a little bit and then chill out, right? And then maybe I'll come back to this redstone stuff another time. Peeps, you're going to stop hearing about it from me soon because there's no longer going to be opportunity to get it, but you can get your hands on the Xisuma flag. until the end of the month. Then the pre-order is over and it's no more. This is a cheap bit of merchandise. I got the price down as low as I could. It's about giving you guys something. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money off of it. It was just something cool to do with the artist. And yeah, by the way, we've sold over 700. I thought we'd clear 100, maybe 200. 700. That's mental. I love it. I love that y'all love it. It's a real authentic thing, you know. The other thing I'll mention at the end of the stream is that I do make music. I'm going to go play guitar. You might have guessed if I play guitar, I'll probably do a bit of stuff with music. I got an album out. You should go check it out. I'm going to write more songs for another album in the future. I'm going to do a lot of musical stuff in my Hermitcraft season as well. Anyways, while I am waffling, I'm also looking for a channel to raid. Is there anyone I'm following who's streaming? There are a few. Let's raid Mythical Sausage. I feel like it's been a long time since we've raided Mythical Sausage. I'll send you over there today. Peeps, that's it from me. Thanks for watching the live stream. I will see you again on Thursday. Similar time of day on Thursday. Come back then. You know, 2 days. 2 days, come back. We'll do some Hermitcraft again. Take care of yourselves, people. Enjoy the raid. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.